Hey guys, my name is That Quiet Kid, and today we are going to do day 13 of Advent of Cyber 2021. They lost the plan. So the story is Max Kitty has realized that she worked on a rough draft of a disaster recovery plan, but locked down the permissions on the file to ensure that it was safe. However, the Grinch accessed the local system and reduced the permissions of her account. Can you elevate her privileges and get the file back? So I guess in this room we have to improve. We have to escalate the privileges of MaxKDD user. So let's start this machine and connect to your Tryhackme VPN. The command is simple: open VPN and your VPN file. You can also use attack box. Learning objective is understanding different types of user privileges in Windows, different privilege escalation techniques, and exploiting a Windows escalation vulnerability. So before we begin, please start the target machine. We have started it. You can use in-browser access or connect to it over RDP, but we will connect to it over RDP. So the command is x free RDP. Okay, let's see the syntax. This is, let me copy it. Okay, we have to place the IP here, and the password was password1, and the user is MaxKitty, and have we connected to the Tryhackme VPN? Yes, we have, and the IP is this. Copy it to our clipboard and paste it here. Okay, okay, it will ask for a certificate. Okay, yes, we trust the certificate, press yes and move on. Okay, for on a typical Windows server you may find different several different account types. These are summarized below. Domain administrator, this is typically the highest account level you will find in an enterprise, along with enterprise administrator. And then we have services account used by software to perform their tasks such as backups and antivirus scans. Domain users accounts typically used by employees, and local users, these accounts are only valid on the local system and cannot be used over the domain. So for Windows privilege escalation vectors, we have stored credentials, important credentials that are stored in a file in a plain text or using very weak encoding like base 64. Windows kernel exploit, the Windows operating system installed haven't hasn't been fixed in a while. Insecure file folder permissions, in some situations even a low privileged user can read or write privileges over files and folders that contain sensitive information. Then we have insecure service permissions, similar to permissions over services and sensitive files and folders. Low privilege user may have rights over services. DLL hijacking, users use DLL files to support their execution. You can think of this as smaller applications that can be launched by the main application. Then we have unquoted parts service, when we are running a service without using, I guess, the full path. No, if the executable path of a service contains a space, if the executable path of a service contains a space and it is not enclosed within the codes, a hacker could introduce their own malicious executables. Okay, so now we have always install elevated. Windows applications can be installed using Windows installer MSI files. These files make the installation process easy and straightforward. It can be configured to always install elevated policy. This allows to run it with administrative privileges without requiring the user to have these privileges. So let's move on. Information gathering. So let's start. Okay. So let's start our command prompt. So the first thing we have to do is users on the target system. The net user command will list out the users. So let's use net users, and we have administrator, we have guest, we have Rudolph, and we have this WDAGU utility account. We have four accounts. So is that a question? So let's see. Complete the username P. What username starts with P? Pepper username. Okay, Pepper. What is the OS version is the next question. So let's see. OS version, thus discuss system info commands gives us information about the system. So let's run this. And okay, it didn't give us any output. So let's see. Okay, it's not showing us any input. So let's see. Simply find a string by the name of OS name. Okay, so let's see the question, which is what is the OS version, and the OS version is this. Can I copy it? Yes, it has. Press enter. What backup service did you find running on the system? So we have to read it a bit more. We see install service. These wmake service list command list services installed on the target machine. And exploitation. This imperious backup service suffers from a privilege escalation vulnerability. MaxKD used it to elevate her privileges on the system. When imperious backup is installed as a service, it can be configured to run backup tasks with administrative privileges even if the current user has a lower privilege level. So let's see this list, and we will use this find string. It is like that command, grep command in Linux, find string, and we are looking for periods. Let's press enter, and what do we see? What do we see? I guess I mistyped the spelling. Yes, we have this service running, and it is run by the Grinch. Okay, it is in C/programs/this. Okay, what is its name? What backup service did you find running? This is the service. Okay, let's see the hint. SVC. Okay. Okay, this is the service name. Let's copy it and put it here. It was not service, it was SVC, short form for service. What is the path of the executable for the backup service you have identified? The path was this. Copy it, paste it. Run the whomai command on the connection you have received on your attacker machine. What do you have? Okay, let's see. What do we have? We have exploitation. Create a backup, new backup task. It is not important. We can set the backup path. We can set the backup destination as whatever we want. No, it is not important, but we have other processes. The other processes tab is important. Run before program to run before or after every backup process. As the backup process is ran with administrator privileges, any program or external file configured here will be ran with administrator privileges. To exploit this, we will need to create a simple bat file and run it before the backup. So let's open up Notepad and let's see, add these lines of code can work. Let's run the if config command to see what's my IP. It's 10.8.130.2. So let's start our netcat listener as well. nc-nvlp and 4444 is the port we will be listening on. Let me type it here as well. Okay, 14 is extra. Okay, okay. exe and the IP was 10.8.130.2. Let's save it on our desktop and let it be evil.bat and let's save it. Okay, it is in program files. Let's see. Okay, it is in program files, this backup, and this is the file. So let's run it and move on. Start a listener we have already did. Run as a service, right click on the document backup and create previously created and select the run backup as a service option. So let's see, has it started running? Okay, so let's create a new backup job. Okay, they said the path could be anything, so let's go to this PC and let's see documents. Okay, press OK, and destination was anything we could use. Again, let's set it to downloads, doesn't matter, press OK. So that's what was the other processes was the option which we have to set. Run a program or an external file. Let's select our evil.bat. Yes, this is our file. Open and let's go next. And job name, do we have to set it to anything? No, we don't. So let's press OK and we have this. So they said right click, and if we run this backup, I guess we will get the maxkd user. But if we run this backup as a service, and it is specifying that it will be run with this Grinch hack privileges with the Grinch account, so through this we will get the Grinch user. So backup will run automatically in less than a minute. Continue. Yes, let's wait now and let's move on. Run the whoami command on the connection you have received on your attacker machine. What user do we have? Let's see, who am I am the Grinch hack. I am the Grinch user. Let's copy it and paste it here. what is the content of the flag.txt file? So do we have a flag.txt? Let's type the, okay, we don't have it here. Let's cd into users. I guess we will have to go into the Grinch user, the cd into the Grinch. It's the, and I guess maybe in his desktop folder. Let's see. Now we have WinPs here. It's the, let's go into his documents. Does it has autocomplete? No, it doesn't. Documents, and it's the, yes, we have flag.txt. So let's type this flag.txt, and we have this flag. So let's copy it and paste it here. The Grinch forgot to delete a file where he kept notes about his schedule. Where can we find him at 5:30? Grinch forgot to delete a file where he kept notes about his schedule. Where can we find him at 5:30? Okay, where can we find him at 5:30? So let's type this schedule file and see where we can find this Grinch at 5:30. Okay, the system cannot find the specified path. Okay, I mistyped it. It is schedule.txt, and we can see him at this Jagassi's jazzercise. So let's type enter, and we have completed day 13 of Advent of Cyber 2021. But I want to show you one more thing. That, let's exit out of here. Let's run our netcat listener again, and let me show you. If we run this simply as run backup, and without the run backup as a service, we will get the this user, our maxkid user. Okay, it is asking for password. Okay, we cannot run it, but if we can run it as this run backup simply, or you simply ran a reverse shell, it will get you the current user you are in as. But if you run this as, we get escalated privileges because of a vulnerability in this software, that it can run with privilege user privileges without asking for a password. So that completes our day 13 of Advent of Cyber 2021, and thank you for watching.